Anyway, I guess all of us have the capacity to improve how beautiful we are. We all have the capacity to increase in beauty, and not just like the outward beauty, but the inward beauty, who we really are, that our spirit within us can actually shine and be who we're supposed to be. So I wanted to clear some energy around that because each of us are people of light, and each of us need to be shining their light, because the world's a little bit in a bit of a dark place right now. So we need each person that has light to shine their light, and we're like little fireflies. And as we shine our light, we help other people to be brave enough to shine their light. So let's go. All right, so we're going to start with the throat chakra, which of course is about having a voice. Right, so the first thing that comes up is failing to express who we really are. Hi, Kathy. Facebook was a bit slow showing me who was here. So each of us is unique. Each of us has their own way of seeing things, our own way of doing things, and sometimes we can be judged for not doing things how other people might think we should do them. But in the end, we all have to do it in the right way for us. Now, for some people, that can be very tricky, and some people can be very confronting. And for some people, they find it hard to be who they are and they want to be somebody else. So we want to be more comfortable with being who we are. Right. So if I ask, there's something that we're that's preventing us from expressing who we are. Some generational baggage here. Dad's side. Dad's mum's side. And the men. Lots of men, like 70 generations of men. Good morning, Jackie. Right, so something in our sacral chakra now. All right, and an oil comes up, which is mandarin. All right, so let's have a look here. All right. Right, so we're going to go into red mandarin. All right. Red mandarin can be instrumental in supporting parenting. Oftentimes, parents forget the magic and miracle of the lives they have created or accepted. The demands of day-to-day living, including the stress of providing for needs, addressing emotional upheavals, and sheer physical exhaustion, can dim the joy, excitement, and purpose that children can offer. Parents often find themselves overwhelmed, unappreciated, and unable to meet the ever-present demands. This can lead to being discouraged, frustrated, angry, and filled with self-doubt. Red Mandarin reassures that while parenting can be extremely challenging, it can also be rewarding and refining, which I would totally agree with. Even if we have adult children, they can still be challenging, and it can be challenging for us in terms of how they behave or what they choose, and we may be disappointed sometimes in what they choose. All right, so hi, Elizabeth. All right, there's another oil called clementine, and it's a blend of orange and mandarin, and it represents sweetness in the small things. This oil reminds individuals not to miss the bliss of fleeting moments. Again and again, it is the little things in life that remind them that they are blessed, loved, and cared for. Clementine teaches that everyone's needs is often right before them, and to cherish the opportunity to savor the sweet simplicity of every moment. So sometimes we can get lost in the big picture. I should be doing this, or it should be like that, or, don't want to do anything until it's perfect. And I think that that's not necessarily a healthy thing. Sometimes I think we just need to take moments to do things and do what we can. All right. Let's go into the crown chakra now. All right, I am enough regardless of what I own. Okay, so sometimes we're measuring ourselves on possessions or relationships or our body or our accomplishments. So it's like being okay with being connected to God and to be willing to be his hands, to help the people that we feel instructed to help, and to shine our light best as we can. All right, where in your body is complaining and telling you that there's something stuck? All right, so we're just going to go into layers of the aura. So the fourth layer of the aura, which is about our interactions, relationships, and bonds. So leaking energy. So these can be past wounds rather than current wounds. Age 8. So where were you? What were you doing? Oh, thank you, everybody. So we've got shoulders, knees, and heart. Okay, thank you. And the seventh layer of the aura Stagnant energy. Age 36. Oh, Jackie said stomach. All right, thank you. All right, so some stuck feelings. All right, so this is about control. So sometimes we want to be in control, especially if we've been through situations in our life where we have been abused, perhaps, or not being able to be in control of our own person, or not being able to be in control of our family. If we talk about in terms of stomach, it's like not being able to digest the feelings that we're feeling, not being able to digest our family. Sometimes they were difficult. If we think about heart, because stomach and heart are directly related to each other. The heart is directly above the stomach. And sometimes, we talk about our heart being in our mouth. That goes along with anxiety. So, and also stomach meridian runs on your face, and it runs all down the front of your body, all down the front of your legs. So your knees can be involved with that as well. And in the end, we really can't control anything anyway, can we? So it's okay that I don't have control, because in the end, we've got to trust that God has control. All right, so let's go into the solar plexus chakra now. All right, my life is one success after another. Now, I guess this all comes down to how you view that. Because sometimes we look at each other and we think, well, that person's successful, or that one's got it together, and we may feel that we don't. But each person has their own difficulties and their own things that they feel like they're not successful in. So in the end, success is probably more like, am I connected to God? Am I shining my light? Am I being his hands and helping other people as I'm instructed? And of course, as we help, we are helped. All right, so now we're just going to check in for a second on our windows. So we should have all our windows open to receiving light and inspiration. And so if that's not happening, we can feel a bit stuck. So we're just checking our windows. So 93 windows. So I don't know whose windows those are, but take a big breath in and out. And now some shutters to close, like keeping out the negativity. It's like if it was a sunny day and you opened the windows, all the flies would come in. So you have to have fly screens to keep out the flies. So I guess energetically, we need to have our screens or our shutters closed to keep out the negativity. So like 930 shutters, that's a lot. And hidden ones. 1,530 hidden ones. And sometimes we have evil conspiring against us because if we're a person that's going to shine light, the bad team don't want us to do that. They want us to feel less than, unable to be of help, and to withdraw and not shine our light. So it's like, no, we need to shine our light. So generational baggage preventing us from shining our light. Dad's side, dad's mum, and the men. 93 generations of men. So these are very deep patterns in our families that sometimes prevent us from feeling we can shine our light. And it's not just us being chicken. Okay, so stuff stuck in our mind now. All right, so what irks you? Because it's coming into now, sometimes there are situations that irk us, or people that irk us, or a smell that irks us, or something we look at that irks us. What irks you? So age 6 comes up. Somebody irking us then. All right, I'm able to respect each person for who they are and their unique gifts. Because each person does have a unique gift, isn't it? I follow where the light leads. Oh, it says Jackie saying it's hard to be me in a professional environment at work. It can be, but you still have a kind personality and a twinkle in your eye. So that's a good thing. And I like your mantra, shine bright lights always. Yeah. All right. I grow through others shining. So as we see people shine, it can inspire us to shine, can't it? We can feel like, oh, that's a good idea. I could try that. All right. Age 8. Good morning, Lisa. And Elizabeth Jones says there's always light everywhere you go. Yes, and you already have light in you, so keep shining as you find the other people that are shining. All right, so Celtic weave. So your energy is always weaving in and around your body. So it's like sometimes there's an area that's not weaving properly. So let's go the knees and the shoulders. Is anything that's interfering with that Celtic weave. Age 6, age 37. All right, so let's go to the heart chakra then. All right, every day I'm coming more from my heart and less from my head. I really like that because your heart has this inner knowing, and like the energy that comes off from your heart is huge. Like it comes out, probably at least a meter in front of you, maybe more, and behind it's like around you. So it's like as you operate from your heart, you are really sharing your light. All right, age 26 is affecting our ability to shine light from our heart. And it's age 71 for whoever that is. So I'm going to go into the brow chakra. I'm integrating higher beliefs and attitudes. All right. So as we grow and expand and we learn, we do get better attitudes and we learn to overcome some of the difficult things in our lives and the difficult people. All right, so let's go into the stomach meridian now. Right, when stomach meridian is not fully operational, there are digestive upsets such as burping, acid reflux, bloating, headaches, and or neck pain. And also, like the meridian does run down the front of your legs and over your knees, so you could get knee pain as well, or chest pain, or jaw pain. All right, so what's hiding underneath is the feeling of distrust. So is it distrusting yourself or is it distrusting other people? All right, age 16 connected to this, and 20. All right, so sometimes we have reasons to distrust people, and we can't just hand people trust; they have to earn it. Okay, so now we're going to go into the base chakra. And survival is what comes up. So sometimes, life can be difficult. Like we're expecting a very hot day here today. And so for some people, that's really hard. They don't cope well with the heat. All right, I keep my boundaries healthy and strong. I easily maintain healthy body size and image. So sometimes when we feel attacked, we can put weight on because we feel like we need to build armor around ourselves uh, to um, to protect ourselves. And so it's like we can put weight on as a form of protection. All right, bouncing around again. So back to the crown chakra. Oh, Elizabeth says, when you can trust someone with your whole heart, they can break your heart to 1,000 pieces. That's very true. It's a risk. Definitely is a risk. But not loving also is very isolating and not healthy either. So it is a risk to love people. It is a risk to allow people in. Right, which has affected your ability to feel like you're able to trust people. So that's got some generational baggage from dad's side of the family and the men. 42 generations of men. So it's a lot of men. And of course, if they can't trust, then don't connect to people. And so we have, going from one generation to another where we're not connecting to each other and we're not showing love and we're not being, who we need to be. I'm able to repair my heart. All right, age 20. Somebody broke your heart when you were 20. And sometimes our family members break our hearts. They don't understand how their actions affect us, and we can feel wounded by their actions. And sometimes they're intentionally wounding, and sometimes they're um, sometimes they're just not realizing they're wounding, inadvertently wounding, opening mouth and insert foot kind of idea. So we're asking if we can release trauma from our body and our mind and energy field from people offending us in the past or hurting us or damaging us. So big breath in and out. Okay. Yes, a particular person you know about hurts me all the time. Yes. Yes, I understand that. Which you've got to think about entities in that case and people not having their windows open and their shutters closed because they're allowing in these negative thoughts and negative influences, and then these negative influence tell people how to hurt. And so it's really important that we remain connected to the light, that we have our spiritual practices, whether it's praying, meditating, um, walking in nature, reading scriptures, listening to talks that uplift you. So it's like we're always having to put input into our spirit. It's just like we have to always feed our body, we always have to feed our spirit. So how do you feed your spirit? And have you been feeding your spirit? Could we feed it better? I can say yes to that myself. What are you willing to do this week to help feed your spirit? So we're going to go into the spleen meridian now. So the spleen meridian is about shifting difficult stuff. When things get like damp and boggy and soggy, that's often with the spleen meridian. Right, the mouth, colour and tone of the lips are related to spleen meridian. So dry or pale lips can show this. All right, the spleen is also associated with as the house of our body's thoughts and intentions. So it can also be associated with memories, ideas, thinking, and intelligence and analysing. So we might break out our Melissa oil here to shine some light. I might use Kim's book to get some affirmations. All right, the song of my own heart's knowledge is revealed to the universe as I give thanks and offer blessings for another day of loving and living. I think that's beautiful. Thank you, Kim. All right, the song of my own heart's knowledge is revealed to the universe as I give thanks and offer blessings for another day of loving and living. So it comes down to praying, doesn't it? And being grateful for the good and the bad that we're being presented with this time, because the challenges always make us grow. And so we don't improve unless we are challenged. So we all have this crazy idea that if we're living this cushy little life without challenges that we'll have made it. But that's not how it works. We're here to grow. We're here to learn. We will always be challenged. The innermost recesses of my heart and soul are flooded with strength and vitality. My enthusiasm is contagious. So it's true, isn't it? When you're enthusiastic and kind and loving, you do spread light. I am fearlessly serene, clear-sighted, confident, and assured. So you could use your Melissa oil to energize you, to help yourself be more enthusiastic. So now we're going to go into the central meridian. So, all right, feeling dishonored. Age 16, 26, 27, 28. All right, so we're releasing again the dishonor that's got stuck in our body. We're not going to measure ourselves on other people's behavior, because that's about what's happened to them, and their addictions are about that. Yeah, that's Melissa oil. All right. Also, the feeling that can be stuck here in the central meridian is being ostracized, being pushed to the side or not being included or not to may feel welcome or loved or wanted or needed. All right. So now we're going to go into circulation sex meridian or the pericardium meridian. All right. So it's supposed to represent our deepest heartfelt beliefs. It's also about connecting the physical, spiritual, and mental. So it's like melding all of us in together. And the feeling is muddled instability. So muddled instability is like sometimes we want to give a person a hug and another time we want to punch them in the nose. All right. And then also ylang ylang oil. All right. Ylang ylang is also a powerful remedy for releasing emotional trauma from the past. It's a fantastic support in age regression work and other methods of emotional healing. Ylang ylang also assists individuals in releasing bottled up emotions such as anger and sadness. Feelings that have been buried inside are brought to the light through ylang ylang. Through ylang ylangs assistance. So this oil allows emotional healing to flow naturally, nurturing the heart through the process. It reminds the individual that joy can be felt and experienced more fully by allowing the heart its full range of emotions. Right. So as we want to heal the inner parts of us that got damaged by life, we can release the feelings and the emotions that have been stuck in our body. So now we're going to go into the lung meridian. So, imbalances in the meridian system can allow viruses, bacteria, fungi, or parasites to enter the lungs. Another oil here, so bergamot, or bergamot, however you like to say that. It's about self acceptance. So, bergamot is wonderful for those who feel down and hopeless. It awakens the soul to hope and offers courage to share the inner self, which is, we're talking about being beautiful, aren't we? Reigniting optimism and confidence in the self, it imparts true self acceptance. Bergamot teaches individuals to let go of self judgment by learning to love themselves unconditionally. Yeah, so when you don't feel good about yourself, slap on your bergamot. All right, so grid lines. So let's say, so grid lines in the knees. So horizontal lines, it's almost like energetically someone's trying to chop us off at the knees. So 6 oils. The left knee more than the right. Big breath in and out. Is any other? All right, so let's see. All right, something else stuck in the shoulders. All right, so this is from Inner Seeker's book. She says, Divine Healing Intelligence, please release all strain, stress, worry, insecurity, overwhelm, hurt, rejection, and sadness from my shoulders, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. So then she often says, clear repeatedly to help shift. She said, take a deep breath in and tighten your shoulders. Hold your breath for 5 seconds and then exhale slowly and completely relax your shoulders. Do this several times until they feel lighter. Then rotate your right shoulder in a circular motion to the front for 15 seconds. Then rest for 15 seconds and repeat this 3 times. Now do the same rotation towards the back and repeat this process for the left shoulder. Please install courage, balance, confidence, and joy into my life. Assist me to find blessings and opportunities, even in the most challenging experiences. Thank you. Allow yourself to completely relax for a few minutes. Imagine that you are standing in warm yellow sunlight. Allow the yellow rays to penetrate deep into your shoulders to soften the muscles and dissolve all tension. All right, so hurt stuck in there. All right, so age 8, there was hurt. 33. All right. So let's plug in as if we've already done all our shoulder movements and relaxations. And let's check in. How are our knees feeling? How are our shoulders feeling? How's our stomach feeling? How's our heart? And we're just going to jump up into the 10th chakra. All right, others accept who I am. I exist and rejoice. I like that one. Elizabeth says, good, thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad, happy to hear that. Thank you for those that jump on the call. It's really good. We do have a get together this Saturday evening for those that are in Sydney, 6 p.m. at the clinic. Grateful to you being on the call. I really think it's important. Still something in her trunk, not just the back. Okay. Age 38, Jackie. Thank you, Kathy. Feeling stuck in there. All right, feeling efforts have been thwarted. So like you're trying to do stuff and it's just not changing. And that one's generational. So birth, dad's mum. And the men on that side. Like 93 generations. Okay. Another stuck feeling. Feeling like you can't change. And sometimes if we think about like the whole big picture of how, we want our life to be, that can be hugely overwhelming. So it's like allowing ourselves to just change one little Lego block at a time and not having to do the whole picture all at once. So it's like change can happen incrementally, which is more doable. All right, so more generational baggage preventing change from mum's side of the family. So just mum. So bacteria in the stomach, but sometimes it can be an emotional thing rather than a physical thing. Like age 6. Age 26. All right, check in now again, Jackie. What is it still hiding? So, like we can say with that bacteria, it's like stuff we couldn't digest, physical experiences or emotional experiences that we had trouble digesting, and it gets stuck in our stomach. All right. All right, still a little, okay. Age 16, age 20, I think hormone replacement therapy can be great for some people. I guess it depends on the format. The more that they can make it like bioidentical to our own hormones, the better that is. And, also checking in on those pathways. Do we have the nutrients to make what we need? So the hormone pathway needs vitamin B3, it needs iron, it needs zinc. Sometimes, like, there's herbs like chaste tree or maca or um, I think elderberries in there as well. So there's things that we could do to help support that hormonal system as well. Something else, age 18 stuck in there as well, and 32, 42, 48, 49, 50, 51. All right, so let's check in again. Also to age 26. All right, so Jackie says better. Okay. So there's just lots of stuff gets stuck in our body from different times in our life and different experiences. And sometimes they just come up at random times, or maybe it's the perfect time where your body is willing to let these things go. All right. Well, thank you for being on the call. Those that were on the call, really appreciate your comments and your participation. It makes a big difference to me. And I can see the beauty within you, and I'm hoping that this call helps you to see your own beauty and the beauty in others so that we can be more happily shining our lights and encouraging each other to shine their lights too. Okay. See you later.